Did a college sophomore make this playlist? I mean, yeah, technically, cause I. Wait, what year of college is sophomore? Two? Okay, yeah. Yeah, technically, because I dropped out in my second year of college. So I'm still a college sophomore, technically. It counts. Yeah, that's my Spotify Wrapped. You've never talked about university before? I went to college for like a year and a half, and I had to drop out because of a health issue. And like at the time, I didn't really know what it was. I went to like various doctors to find out what the fuck was wrong with me until I finally found one that figured it out. But basically, into my second year of college, around November or so, I was just like, I started throwing up uncontrollably, and I would be like in bed for like a week at a time without being able to do anything without throwing up and feeling miserable. And it was just like this weird fucking like kind of migraine type of thing. Yeah, I had cyclic vomiting syndrome. It's a really weird fucking thing. But basically I figured out what was wrong with me after I had to drop out, and I gradually like figured out like how to manage my symptoms and shit, and now I am mostly good. I think I had an episode of it a couple months back, but it was a small one. I don't have episodes nearly as bad as I did when I had to drop out of college, but man, that first year when I had it, it fucked me up. I was so scared too, because I didn't know what was wrong with me. Like, I thought I had some kind of like cancer or something. Cause it wasn't just like, it's hard to explain. It's not just like, oh, I feel sick, I have to throw up. It's like this like weird all-encompassing thing where your body just feels like completely fucked, and like I couldn't do anything. I was completely like incapacitated, dizzy, couldn't eat. I lost a lot of weight. My teeth got kind of fucked up from it because of all the vomiting, and my throat got kind of fucked up too from all the vomiting. And yeah, I had to drop out because of it. Yeah, it weakens you a lot. You get like really dehydrated, and it's like it kind of like hurts too. Like when an episode comes on, I start like uncontrollably like shaking. I start like shaking and I can't stop it. Like I'm not like cold or anything, but like I start shaking. I get like a weird tingling feeling in my spine, like in the base of my spine. And you get like this weird like fucking like vertigo feeling where you feel really fatigued and weak and dizzy. And yeah, you just throw up. You keep throwing up even if there's nothing in your stomach. If you can't throw up even stomach bile, you just dry heave. So it was just like days and days of me like in bed, dry heaving, not being able to do anything. I felt so fucking horrible. Cause like I had to like email my professors and tell them like, sorry, I can't come into class again today. I felt so like I was letting them down, and like letting down my parents and everything. And, you know, like wasting, like completely squandering my chance at a college education. And everything was like completely out of my hands. Cause I was like going to doctors and trying to figure out like, hey, what the fuck is going on? I had like, you know, like the thing where they put the camera down into your stomach and stuff like that. Oh, what's that fucking called? I know the opposite version where they put the camera up your butt. I didn't have that. I had it like down the endoscopy. Yeah. Endoscopy. Ugh. But yeah, hold on, let me put music on the VOD so you don't hear my weird throat noises. College is overrated? I mean, I guess it depends from person to person. I feel like in the US, especially, college is very flawed because of how fucking expensive it is. and what they promise you in comparison to how much you end up becoming in debt because of it. And yeah, one of the things that hurt the most, aside from just like kind of losing my chance at finishing college at that time in my life because of my health problem, one of the things that stung a lot was being in debt. I think I was in debt like close to 30K for the years of college that I did. Yeah, cause I went to like it was a nice college, and I got like a lot taken off of it because I applied for a scholarship by submitting an essay, and that helped a lot. I had to get a really big loan. I had to take out 2 loans from Sally Mae. Fucking Sally Mae. They hunt you down if you don't pay your loans, man. And yeah, I am so fucking lucky to be in the position I am now, where I have basically a dream job. I can just like come on here and talk about a bunch of bullshit, and everyone, for whatever reason, supports me in that. And I'm much luckier than I used to be. I used to like... Oh man, going to the grocery store was so fucking painful sometimes. I would end up having to spend like close to $100 on groceries for the month. And have to like nervously check my bank account to make sure that there's something left in there. Like that kind of level of like scraping by. Yeah, it was fucked. But yeah, I'm so fucking lucky. Thank you so much, everyone. Sorry for the weird trauma dump. I just wanted to get that off my chest, you know? You ever eat a nap for lunch? Bro, I've had so many days in the past where you know those days where you're just like, you can't afford to get dinner, so you just go to sleep and sleep off the hunger. Oh man. And like, I think that also exacerbated my health condition too, because one of the things that can really set off or like worsen an episode of CVS is just like not eating properly, not eating enough, not getting like enough nutrition. And it was like ironically a cyclical thing where I'm sick because I don't eat enough, and I don't eat enough because I'm sick. Because when you feel that bad during an episode of CVS, you don't want to even look at food. The only things I could get down most of the time were those like little go-go squeeze things of applesauce and a piece of bread. I would probably like go days where like the only thing I would eat in a day would be a packet of applesauce and maybe 1 or 2 pieces of bread, 3 pieces of bread if I'm feeling feisty. But yeah, I'm so fucking relieved that I'm a lot better now. I've learned how to manage my symptoms, and fuck man, like if anyone else struggles with this kind of thing or like has CVS, my heart goes out to you, because fuck man, I know how hard it can be. Especially when you can get so frustrated when you feel like you figured out how to stave off symptoms, and you've gone like a really long time without having an episode, and then suddenly you're sick again. And you just think like, why? Like, why is my body doing this to me? I just want to live my fucking life. It can feel so fucking frustrating. I struggle with migraines, not the same, but there's plenty of puking. Bro, yeah. I think like they're very similar actually. Like the other word for CVS is abdominal migraine. And it has like a lot of the same, like you get really sensitive to light and sound. During an episode, I would just lay in my bed, lights off, and if I could tolerate it, I would put on a nature documentary at like the lowest possible volume on the lowest possible brightness setting on the TV. And oh man, this is really like taking me back. Just like laying in bed, desperately trying to focus on like, I don't know, a bunch of polar bears doing their thing in the Arctic. And I'm just laying there trying not to dry heave for the 10th time that morning. Fuck. It's like... It's a weird feeling where... You know, you're not like cured from a thing. It's like a chronic health condition. You live with it your whole life. And you learn how to just manage it. And I'm so much better than I used to be. I'm so fucking lucky. But I still get so scared when I think like, man, what if I set it off again? What if I don't know, get worse somehow? Or like, I don't know, I eat something and I don't know that it has something in it that I'm not supposed to have. And then later that night, I start feeling that familiar fucking like, I'm starting to shake. I get like that tingly feeling in my spine. And then it's like, fuck, it's over. Polar bears make pain go away. Bro, I'm telling you, one of the best things to watch when you're sick as fuck is just like a nice, gently narrated nature documentary.